What's up, YouTube? What's up, Hammerheads? Vanhammer HP, Craig coming at you again. Hey, just wanted to throw a little short video out there to you guys. What I want to do is compare our air filters, and then after that we're going to do a little mod. So what I have here is we're gonna put the factory air filter back in, take it for a little ride, look at things like air fuel ratio, air inlet temperature, and things like that. Come back, swap it out for the K&N that's in there right now. Do the same thing, check out, compare, and then after that we're going to do just a little mod. It's going to be our next little mod that we're going to do to the car, and then after we do the mod, we'll take it around the same trip and do another comparison to see if we get any differences there. So let's do this. Let's switch it out, see what we get. Alright, let's just take a look in here for a second. This is your factory air box, and if you'll notice, it's tubed into the front fender here, and you'll see it come across right here, and it's tubed in. If we come across to the front, this is where our air actually comes into the air box and acts as basically a ram air system now. So that's the way the air inlet system is set up for these Mustangs. Alright, let's take her for a ride to see what we get. So, does K&N actually work? Is there an actual improvement with airflow and cooling and things like that? Well, that's kind of what we're here to find out. So right now we're on the highway. You can see we're 68 miles an hour. We've been on for about a mile or so. Kind of let the temperature get to a steady rate. You can see 66 degrees. It's in the morning time, so we're still cool here in West Texas. Take a look at the inlet temperature there. We got 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So right there we're about 6 degrees above the outside temperature. Of course, like I said, we're at highway speeds here now. What we'll do next is we'll do a little traveling, like actually on the city street, and see how the air filter performs. Basically, we're going to be like stop and go traffic behind other vehicles and things like that. So, okay, so we've done probably about 5 miles just in city streets here now. You can kind of take a look at what we're sitting at. So, we're moving right now. It's not too congested. We're about 9 o'clock in the morning, so most of the rush hour has kind of already cleared itself out. But here we're idled at a red light, 76 degrees. I think earlier I seen it get up to 77. We're now up to 68 degrees outside. So we're looking at a 8-degree difference here. Now 9, there it goes up to 77. As we take off here with fairly open streets with the cool temperatures, the temperature coming back down here, 74, 75. So this would be something, I guess, that would be similar to your morning commute to work or whatnot. But let's go back, let's get the K&N in, see if we can see any differences here in the morning before our temperature gets too much different outside. Alright, out with the factory, in with the K&N. Okay, so back on the highway now with the K&N filter, taking the exact same route, doing the exact same speed here. And you can see for yourself the temperatures there. We're at 73 and 68. Let's see if that changes, because the outside temperature was just 69. If you see there, we're at 72 now, so that's a 4-degree difference in the temperature, back up to 5. So you could run slightly cooler with K&N as far as highway speeds go. Alright, we're gonna exit off here and get into the city streets and see what happens there. Alright, so we're back here. We're doing the city street traveling with the K&N filter. I would say just driving like we are now, not much difference between 7 to 10 degrees difference between the outside temperature and our intake temperature. If we get the opportunity here to stop at a red light, though, that's where we're gonna see a huge difference. Matter of fact, right here, let's see if this happens the way it's been happening. You'll see the inlet temperature really spike up here, and I really believe I've seen a lot of this with cold air intakes and stuff like that, where people talk about how the inlet air temperature spikes when the vehicle's idling or at rest. And I guess the explanation for that is because they are more of high flow filters, that it's actually taking in more of the ambient temperature around it, or the hot air immediately around it being put off by the engine, and you know, it's immediately sucking that back in because it is a high flow filter. See, look at the difference in that. We're up to 14 degrees above just idling. We never got that high with just the basic air filter. 15 degrees. So we got up to 15 degree difference there within a matter of what, 25, 30 seconds of sitting at a red light. And with the factory filter being restrictive, it doesn't let that immediate air probably around the car into the inlet tube, but the less restrictive airflow filter does. So as that hot air is dissipating from around your vehicle, from the engine and stuff, with this airflow filter, seems to be letting it right back in, and you're getting that higher air temperature while you're at idle. But also, as soon as you take off, the temperature comes right back down there. So we went from 15 degree difference or 14 degree difference to a 7 or 8 degree difference pretty quick. So I'm guessing if I were to make the modification that I have in mind, our temperatures at rest and idle like that are gonna be even higher. But we may get a little cooler while we're running. We'll see. Alright, so we've seen the differences between the OEM air filter and the K&N filter from the city and highway driving. So now we're on to the mod that we're gonna do. If you look here, I've marked them here. What we're gonna do is drill this out right there, and then Dremel them to make it look nice and clean. But gonna drill that out and have a little more airflow there. You know, a lot of the aftermarket grills and stuff, this is actually, you know, pretty wide open to allow for the more airflow and stuff like that. And you'll see a lot of people, they argue, well, you know, Ford engineers designed it that way for a reason and blah blah blah. But if you put a different a high flow air filter or cold air intake, you know, Ford engineers designed this for their OEM filter, and not necessarily for something that's more high flow. So that could be a rebuttal to the argument. Like I said, I'm not an automotive expert or not, but we are going to push a little more air here into this air intake system, and then we'll take it for another ride and see what we get. Alright, so there it is. Use a Dremel tool, you can get in there pretty good. Just got to be careful, you don't want to mark up your sides and stuff. You may touch it a little bit, but those were the holes. 2, 4, 6, 7 holes that we drilled out there for a little extra added airflow. Let's give her a test and see what happens. Here we are after our mod, out on the highway speeds 68 miles an hour. You can see our outside temperature has gone up a bit. We're now up to 74, but our inlet temperature is sitting at 78. Is that 79? Now 78. So that's 4 to 5 degrees. So that's a little bit cooler. Just that 1 to 2 degree difference cooler out on the highway. See, again, we're sitting at 5 degrees difference right now. So let's hit the city street and see, especially let's see what the difference is when we're on our stopped idle. All right, so now driving city streets here. You know, normally you're going to be anywhere from 35 to 45 miles an hour. See our temperature, 75 outside, inlet temperature, you know, 81. So it's not bad there with the 6 degree difference. Let's see if we can catch a light up here and see what this idle temp's gonna be. All right, we got the red light here, we're stopped. Let's see what happens with this. So already with the K&N filter before the mod, we almost immediately spiked up to a 14 or 15 degree difference just in the 20-25 seconds of a red light. Right now we're sitting at 11, 12. So it took longer to get up to that. So we hit 12 degrees and it took longer to get up there. So adding the extra holes there may be keeping it a tad cooler than what it was before without them. All right, so there you have it. There's the results. Factory OEM air filter K&N, and then with our little air mod. So anyway, we've gotten a couple new subscribers over the last week. I want to welcome them to the channel, welcome them to becoming Hammerheads. Thanks for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing. Look at the old videos, man. We've put out some good content, some good videos. We got the 2019 GT PP1 over here. Big mods coming. Matter of fact, one's coming in the mail today. So we still got big things coming on the channel. So please like, subscribe, stay tuned, join us for more videos. Until then, peace out.
Do it.